YouTube's goddamn deal match when only Pap. Pappy! And we are back with another video. Pap, why are you from Houston? Or how you from Houston and you live in Dallas? Why you don't live in Houston no more? So let me tell you that story. This wasn't a random move that I decided to do after the military. You know what I'm saying? This is actually my third stint in Dallas. The first time I'm lived up here, moved up here, was against my own will. I got tricked. I got finessed. You know, I was 7, 8 years old. I was coming up here to visit my dad for Christmas. You know, a little 2-week break. So I was gonna spend my 2 weeks up here and then go back home. But when it was time to go back home, my mama said, "Oh no, you staying?" I said, "What you mean? I'm staying? Like, you're moving up there. You're staying." And I was pissed, because I had a life back there at home too. You know what I'm saying? And so when I finally got settled, I did 2 years. I did 2 years around that time. Then I moved back to Houston, and I went from 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Okay, so I did 3 years back in Houston. And you know, as you get older, you know, my mom, I'm the only boy on my mom's side. I got 3 sisters, and for the most part, my mom was a single parent, providing for four kids. And there's only so much a mother can teach their son. You know, all sons, all boys need their dad. So I took it upon myself, and I was like, I want to move back to Dallas because I need some stuff. I need to be taught some stuff, shown some stuff, and you know, I just need to be around my dad at that time. You know, and then two, the second reason I wanted to move back, nigga, I had motion in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I had the honeys. You know, so I was like, I got to get back to the honeys. They love me up here in Dallas. You feel me? So, and another reason to that is I was able to play high school basketball because the school I went to in Houston, Clown Forest, that's a 5A school. And at the time, you know, my freshman and sophomore year, I was only like 5'2", 5'3", only 100 pounds. So with my size and stature, I wasn't gonna be able to compete with the dudes that was, you know, taller, stronger, faster. You know, even though I was good at that size, I was a shooter. You feel me? But I was able to go to this one school, and I was basically being recruited and lied to, because they told me they don't give me the keys to the point guard and this and that. Get to the school, goddamn, a whole other transfer come in. So now I'm the shooting guard, which was no problem, still make the team, this and that. But yeah, I want to play basketball as well. So I started my process of enlisting to the military. At first it was the Navy, but the Navy, my recruiter left, and so I ain't know what to do next. So I went and went to the Air Force. You know, so after high school, 2011, I had to stay a year because I thought I had a baby on the way. And once they got cleared up, I left in 2012. So from 2012 to 2018, I was in Delaware. And so I just felt like, bro, when I separated, you know, I could pick up where I left off when I left Dallas. You know, I had a life in Dallas. You know, I had friends, family, and, you know, a little bit of motion. Like, it made sense to go back to where I left rather than go back home. It didn't make sense to go back to Houston, and I haven't lived in Houston since 10th grade. You know, so I didn't know what it was like to be an adult in Houston, but I knew what it was like to be an adult in Dallas. You know, so I didn't have to start over too much. You know, so I think, well, I believe I made the right decision. You know, life has been cool, and I just think, you know, living outside your hometown is like the ultimate cheat code. You know, also it's also, I think everybody should experience living away from home at least once. Now, will I ever go back to Houston? Who knows? Who knows? But as of right now, you know, I got my flag planted in Dallas. you know. And I do go back to Houston monthly. So there's it's not like I don't go home. I still got family and friends there, but yeah, right now home is Dallas. You know, Dallas is cool and Dallas rocking me as well. You know, I got my my wine business that's that was started in Houston. Well, my craft is in Houston, so you know Dallas been showing me love with the wine, and I'm just chilling, bro. I met my wife here, and yeah, so it ain't like uh I moved to Dallas like a while ago. I mean, or just now. Like I've been here for a minute, a couple times. You feel me? So that's the story of how I went or why I moved from Dallas after military. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about moving to Texas after military, I'm going to say no, don't do it because we full and it hot, and I don't know if y'all want to deal with that. We full and we hot. Nah, but if you want to move here, shit, come on with it. But just know you gotta be on your P's and Q's. Alright, but yo, that's a quick little story about how I moved to Dallas after military and why I didn't move back to Houston. I just think there's nothing there for me in Houston, which not a bad thing. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. This is my new life. I still got the 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 playerness of a Houston nigga, just in Dallas. I'm still in tune with my Houston roots and all that. I'm just bringing the Houston nigga to Dallas. That's pretty much what I did or what I'm doing currently. So yeah, y'all got any more questions, bro? Let me know in the comment section. I got you. So if you're new here, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications. Pap out, bruh.